Oceania, a country of endless surveillance and absolute obedience. People here live by the party's slogans. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. In every home, a telescreen watches. No one is ever alone. In this world, individuality is a crime. Even thought itself is dangerous. The face of this order is Big Brother, a figure no one has truly seen, yet everyone feels. His gaze lingers behind every wall. Winston Smith was an ordinary man working in the lower ranks of the party. His job was to rewrite the past, not to preserve truth, but to create the history the party desired. Even his childhood memories had been erased. He was lonely, exhausted, and quietly trying to keep his mind his own. Yet the party sought to control not only behavior, but also thought itself. One day Winston began secretly keeping a diary. It was a thought crime. As he wrote the first words, his hand trembled. In that moment, he dared to hide his thoughts from the party. Fear consumed him, yet deep inside, he felt a spark of freedom he hadn't known in years. Julia was young and clever, a loyal party member on the surface, but beneath that, she hated the system. When she met Winston, they recognized the same weariness and silent anger in each other. A forbidden love began. Julia's courage reminded Winston of something he had forgotten: hope. In a world where even thoughts were crimes, they dared to love one another. Mr. Charrington's antique shop became their secret refuge. There were no telescreens there, or so they thought. For a while they believed they were free. The singing of the prole woman outside the window brought them brief happiness. But freedom was only an illusion. Behind a picture on the wall, a hidden camera watched everything. O'Brien was Winston's hope, a high-ranking party member who seemed to understand him. Winston believed he, too, sought the truth. They met in secret, speaking of Emmanuel Goldstein and the resistance. But it was all a trap. O'Brien was one of the party's most merciless instruments. The truth had turned against Winston. The truth was revealed too late. Mr. Charrington removed his mask. He was thought police. Winston and Julia were captured. Their sanctuary turned into a steel prison. Now they belonged to the party. Freedom ended in the harshest way possible. In O'Brien's hands, time lost meaning. The torture broke not just Winston's body, but his mind. O'Brien rebuilt truth with his own hands. 2 + 2 = 5, he said. At first, Winston resisted. Then he fell silent. The truth now belonged to the party. Months later, Winston was released, but he was no longer the same man. When he saw Julia again, all that once bound them was gone. Fear and submission had taken its place. Looking up at Big Brother's image, Winston felt love. In that moment, the party had won. Truth was gone forever,